Welcome to this week's G.I. Joe toy review, where we will be reviewing the Jungle Viper. Nice looking figure, but before we get to the figure, let's do our shout outs. At Back to the Media at 41 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, Virginia. Their website is www.backtothemedia.com. Their email address is backtothemedia@gmail.com. And you can find them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you go there for your video game needs, dating all the way back to the Atari. Wow, that's really going back in the day. And all the way up to Xbox One and all the other new fangled video games he got out now. And you could also find comics, movies, music, and toys like Funko Pops and whatnot. And while you're in the neighborhood, drop on down to see Charles at Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles, and you can find them on Facebook, and their email address is timetravelerstoys@gmail.com. Try saying that like 10 times fast. And you buy, sell, and trade video games, toys, and collectibles. And you can find any kind of toys from He-Man, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Trek, Star Wars, you name it, they got it. Bunch of different movie collectibles. You get movies and whatnot from there. Very good store, a lot of good merchandise in both places. So let's take a look at let's go to our feature presentation, which is the Jungle Viper, starting with his file card, where it says Jungle Vipers, or Jungle Viper. Jungle Vipers are Cobra troopers with special training as silent marksmen. Their Opti-Camo Shalai suits have digitized camouflage blades, which makes them disappear from any detection devices. They also use multi-visual imaging systems that give them wide visual displays of surrounding territory. Mission equipment is a Skulker JS high-powered Jungle Series marksman rifle. So let's take a look at his accessories, starting off with his figure stand. Upraised Cobra logo on top, Jungle Viper on front, which is cool because that's how I like it, with just their name on the front. And let's get to his digitized camo, which he comes with two of these that go onto the peg on his forearms. Very cool designs. And he also has his backpack, which is a 7-piece backpack, which can maneuver and fold, as such, for his camo. So if you have him displayed as a treetop character, he'll be kind of lost. He also has his night vision goggles, which also came with the Night Viper, but it's still pretty cool. He has this 3-piece rifle, starting with the rifle portion itself with the huge ammo clip, but it's still a cool looking rifle. Also comes with this extended barrel, which is pretty sweet. It is very, very sweet. And you could get creative with that. You could extend it to the rifle, or you could put it on his night vision goggles. And he also comes with these skis that hook to the bottom of the gun, which is pretty cool, to the rifle, which is his Skulker JS high-powered Jungle Series marksman rifle. I'd say it's slow, so I wouldn't tongue twist on it. And he also comes with these two pistols. One is bigger than the other, but they're still cool-looking pistols. So let's go ahead and look at our feature presentation, the Jungle Viper, with his green removable web gear, which is pretty cool. And it's got pouches on the front. The uniform is mostly black. Got the holster for one gun there, holster for the other gun right there on his calf. Green knee pads, and the rest of his uniform is black. So let's take a look at his articulation, starting with the head. It rotates full 360. Arm can raise to there. As rotate full 360. And the little pegs on his forearm is where the camo stuff goes. He can bend at the elbow, as well as rotate at the elbow. He can rotate at the wrist. And he does have the ab crunch, but it's kind of hindered by the web gear. Legs can spread out to about there. Leg can lift up to here. He's double jointed at the knees. His ankle, as you can tell, can swivel, as well as bend at the ankle, which is pretty cool. So let's take a look at our Jungle Viper completely equipped in his jungle camouflage mode. And here's Jungle Viper fully camouflaged. I mean, if you set him up in the display, if you got like a war room set up, like a special room in your house for a war room, he is very, very highly decorated. He can be lost in it. And but this is him in his battle gear and all camouflaged. He doesn't make any appearances in either this Sunbow or Deke animated cartoons or Renegades. He does, I think he may appear in the Pursuit of Cobra cartoon that was on the Hub Network, but I'm not positive. Don't quote me on it. He may be in the IDW comics, I don't know, but I've never read any of the IDW issues. But this is a very cool figure. I love the sculpt. I love the accessories. The accessories are totally awesome. And he is a very awesome looking figure. I would rate this Jungle Viper as top tier a top tier figure. You know, I really, really love this figure. One of my favorite figures, especially as him being a Viper, because the Viper Corps has always been my favorite of all the Cobra foot soldiers. I think he's a really highly decorated figure. He's a must-buy. He's very easy to find on places like eBay and Amazon. So go ahead and pick him up if you got a chance. I actually had gotten him as a Christmas present, but and I'm very, very thankful that I got it. This is just one of my favorite figures. So I would highly, highly recommend this figure. So if you're in the market to really buy a Jungle Viper, buy plenty of this guy. He's really, really cool. So this has been the Jungle Viper. So tune in next week as we go back to G.I. Joe and we do a bunker buster figure, as we do Barricade, which comes with a rocket-powered missile launcher that actually works. But I'll show you that next week. But Barricade is a very cool figure. He's one of my favorite figures in the vintage line. Glad I got him in a modern era version, even though he looks like RoboCop. But more on him next week. But this has been the Jungle Viper. I hope you have enjoyed this video. And last week I thoroughly enjoyed doing that collaboration with Joe Motion Videos 82 when we did Gung Ho. You know, I really, really enjoyed that. Hopefully him and I could do another collaboration here in the future. But Byron, you've always been a big supporter of my channel. But as well as I hope I could be a support to yours. But this has been Jungle Viper, and hope to see y'all next week. Sorry this one was shorter than Gung Ho's, but I don't really have too much to say because I'm not really as knowledgeable as the Jungle Viper as I am other Cobra Foot Troopers. But this is Jungle Viper. Hope y'all have a good week, and now you know, and knowing is hate to battle. Tune in next week for Barricade. Love y'all. Have a good week. Peace.